Hey Cancer, back to do your next 3 months. Let's see what we got going on for April, May, and June. What y'all need to see, reflect on, all that good stuff. You and your loved ones are safe. If you were concerned about that, Cancer, concern no more. You are divinely protected, Cancer. It's a time to give rather than take. New moon in Virgo. Cancer, some of y'all, whether you mean to or not, some of y'all need to give others some grace. Some of y'all need to give yourself more grace. Some of y'all have to give a little bit more of yourselves. Some of y'all may have to be a little bit more generous. Whether you realize it or not, some people around you might also feel like you're taking them for granted. Ooh, that's a lot. Some of y'all have to also give understanding. Some of y'all want to understand you, but you're going to have to do the same in return. It's all about reciprocity, Cancer. Communication is key. Some people might not know how you feel about them. That's why they may feel like you may love them dearly, but for whatever reason, some people around you may not know that or feel that from you. And you may need to communicate that not only in your words, but also your actions. That makes sense, Cancer? And this will be revealed to you in the next 3 months. Okay, all right. A new start is coming. Hey, I like the Cancer. All right. Bring love into a situation. Bring love and understanding into a situation. There is a disconnect between you and someone. Whether that's person, place, or thing. It's not just someone. Whether it's romantically or not. It could be with a friend. It could be with family. There's a disconnect somewhere. There's a misunderstanding somewhere. Something got lost in the sauce recently. And then you're being guided in the next 3 months to take a look at that and to give a little bit more. Some of y'all are taking wisdom, and now it's time for you to give some wisdom, to gain wisdom. That makes sense, hopefully. Anything else for my Cancers? For the next 3. Ooh. It fell on the floor. I'm not taking it. It's all up under the table. I can't. Anything else for the next 3 months? Oh my God. Hold on. I guess I'm going to have to pick it up. Harvest and pleasure. Your harvest that you're trying to bring in, Cancer, you may begin to see some of that in the next 3 months. Maybe not the full harvest, but in the next 3 months. Remember when I said about that communication and someone might not? There's a level of support around you with these 3 women down here. You see them? They're supporting this woman. Your support system needs support as well. They're supporting you and holding you up and uplifting you and celebrating you. I think in the next 3 months, you're going to have to do the same for them. You have to support them, uplift them. Does that make sense? Like the video if it does. Some of y'all might need a little bit more pleasure in life. Some of y'all might be a little too serious at this moment. Some of y'all need to enjoy, and I don't mean just in a sexual way. No. What brings you happiness? What brings you pleasure? Some of y'all might need to find out what brings you joy, what makes you happy, what's your happy place, Cancer. So the next 3 months you might be figuring that out. Anything else for my Cancers for the next 3 months? Anything else? Nothing. So these cards fell on the floor and Divine was like, you better gonna pick them up. I ain't got nothing else to say. They on the floor. Don't disregard the people around you, Cancer. Whether you realize it or not. Someone around you needs to know that you support them just as much as they support you. Someone needs to know that you love them just as much as they love you. That you have their back just as much as they have your back. For whatever reason, whoever this is, and I don't know your lives, but in the next 3 months, I believe you will be surprised who it is that may feel that way. Some of y'all might have to stop doing the eyes and see something from another person's perspective. I can't get off of that. Give me April for my Cancers. Current dreams, future realities, new beginnings. This deck said harvest, right? There's an opportunity for you to obtain that harvest, but you're not going to be able to do it by yourself. It's a whole thing about reciprocity. The current dreams can be future reality. A chance for new beginnings. A chance to bring in that harvest for you. But, Cancer, you're going to need the people around you. They need to be spiritually fed as well. As some of your friends and stuff may be spiritually feeding you, you have to spiritually feed them. You may have to take something off their shoulder, as if taking things off your shoulders. Does that make sense? I hope so. June. What you do in the month of April, what you do now, can be the trajectory, can change the trajectory of your future. And what you're dreaming can become a reality. Does that make sense? Scorpio got this, but for the month of June. You got it for the month of May. Keep the big vision. Stay in alignment as you grow. When you grow, maybe that's the reason for this whole reading about giving more than taking in friendships and relationships. As the divine grows, as you begin to grow spiritually, emotionally, mentally, financially, whatever, especially spiritually and financially, don't forget those that are around you and have been supporting you. Make sure you still stay in alignment. Don't go off track just because things start picking up for you. Don't begin to forget those friends. Don't begin to forget who was in your corner when you had nothing. I don't know, Cancer. I don't know what you got going on. June. I'm just reading the cards. Momentum is building. It's your time. Achievement. Cancer, you got a harvest coming in, but it's going to require others' assistance and support. And you got to treat these folk right. I'm just telling you. Something major is coming down the pike for you. Maybe not in the next 3 months, but it requires you not to bite the hand that feeds you. Not that. It's not that deep. It's deep, but not in that, not like that. Don't forget that your loved ones need understanding as well. Don't forget that your loved ones need support as well. Don't forget that they're going through their own issues, trials, and tribulations. That's all, Cancer. That's all, honey. That's all. Let's see. Anything else? Oh, let's get some self-love. Because Scorpio got some self-love. Cancer gonna get a little self-love too. Self-love oracle. See what's going on with your chakras. See what's going on with your chakras. I was supposed to do this deck first. Oh well, whatever. Sacral chakra. Anything else? Nope. Some of y'all got body images, issues. Soul lesson, surrender. Sometimes y'all have to surrender to the change or what's necessary to bring in that change, to bring in those dreams into a reality, to bring in that harvest. But I'm getting that some of y'all are having issues with your body image as well, with this body worship, sacral chakra. That's interesting. Your sacral chakra is blocked. Your creativity cannot flow either. So maybe that's what that pleasure card was for. That was in the this deck. What gives you joy, brings you joy, what brings you pleasure outside of the bedroom? That will help you get the creativity flowing. Some of y'all got body dysmorphia. Like some of y'all have banging bodies like this chick, and now, but you think that you weigh 600 pounds and you only weigh 120. That's extreme. I don't even know how to, for y'all, I don't know. You know what? I'm saying I don't know how to help y'all with this. I'm going to say this. Go in the mirror and look at your arms and just say, I love you, arms. Some beautiful arms. You might sound silly, and it might, until you, that's one way. There could be other ways too. Body dysmorphia is serious. And even if it's not as extreme as that, some of y'all just don't like your bodies. For one reason or the other. On the mirror, look at every imperfection on your face. Every imperfection on you. I love that scar. Some of these scars are memories. I got scars. I got scars up and down my arms. Taking stuff out the oven. I love my scars. I still love my arms though. I heard some of y'all had chicken pox and it was all up on your legs. And you got scars still to this day. I love you legs because they still supporting you, right? That's what that body worship is. Your legs. I love you feet. You're supporting me. You ain't let me down yet. Does that make sense? That's okay. That was random, Cancer, but somebody needed to know that because what? Any final messages for my what do you need to reflect on for the next 3 months? What happened? How did I get here? You know your lives. I don't. Some of y'all are not yourselves, and you don't know how you got there. It's time to really reflect and figure that out and be honest with yourself. It could be a chain of events on how you got to where you are right now. Oh, some of y'all for the next 3 months are going to find out what love is, and I think the first step is to begin to love you. with that body worship card. And what do you need to change to make a situation better, to make your life better? What do you need to change? Some of y'all are too focused on what others are doing incorrectly and what others need to change. But what do you need to change? For some of y'all, it might be your perception or your perspective may need to change. So those are 3 questions you need to reflect on in the next 3 months. Come back to the video, write it down, and be honest with yourselves. Final messages for and this ain't the deck, the other angel deck is. Final messages for my Cancerines. Oh yeah, almost done. Final messages. Oh, it's on the floor, I'm catching it. Anything else? Composure. Hold your composure. Remember I said you want somebody else to change? Hold your composure. They're just as human as you. Final messages. Hold your composure and don't get frustrated as the divine is trying to show you a couple of things. About your friends, about your family, about your significant other, about yourself. Don't get frustrated and be like, why do I have to see this? Why do I have to know this? Why do I need to do this? Why can't they just change? No. Cancer, no. Harmony and resolution.